We are live! Never been late before, I'm not gonna start now. I'm a little bit late, like a few seconds late, but I have a song for you guys. Ready? Oh, baby, likey, baby, likey, baby, likey. Daddy, likey goes munch, munch, munch on the food. Munchy, munchy, munch. Let's get into it. Alright, we are doing another episode of this. You guys seem to enjoy these episodes, and I'm glad you do because I have fun with these too. So, hi Robert, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's do this right now until I fix it. Hi. Is it better? Is the audio better? I don't know what's going on with NVIDIA, but we're gonna go with it. Alright. Hi. Welcome to the stream, Blackberry. Hi, Electro. Hi, Ozzy. Robert, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I can see my audio. Thanks. Is my NVIDIA thing? Oh, my thing's turned off. Oh, you sucks of shit. Alright, I'm gonna load in the video broadcasting. I'm glad my audio is good because I fixed it.
White woman, you're crazy. Right, but what proof do you have that I never harassed anybody? You guys are so disgusting that you think it's not okay for a white woman to say it should be clean in here. I'm gonna stand up for my truth.
I feel like most people these days don't appreciate just how easy it is to go onto the internet anytime you want and watch a person absolutely lose their shit in public. Back in ancient times, like 2005, people weren't just caring
When YouTube first started in 2005? Yes, I'm glad.
around these magical iPhones that captured everything. So if you wanted to see people freak out, you had to be there or get a shitty retelling. The fact that we can see anybody basically do anything these days, yeah, like it might end up destroying the human attention span and making us not entertained by anything within the next decade, but it's pretty cool. The appreciation of the art of the public freakout is really being lost on us these days. And when I say that, I know it probably sounds like a joke, but really, it's not. It's really
It is a Karen right there. Yes, 100%. 100% agree with you on that one. Definitely Karen.
both fortunate and unfortunate that we live in a world where these days you really just can't not be aware of all the horrific shit happening across the globe. And I seriously think that has had a genuine effect on how much the average person cares to watch somebody be a dumbass in public. Really think about it. When you're hearing about tragedies and history altering events daily, it's kind of hard to really care that much about a 4-minute long video of somebody losing their shit at a Starbucks. And you know what? I can't stand for that. I think it's time we go back
I got my broadcast mic on and enabled again.
to our roots. The other day, I saw this TikTok of this lady losing her marbles in a Starbucks because she didn't think that the restaurant was clean enough. And it reminds
Oh my god. Then don't go to that restaurant, bro. Problem solved. How hard is that? If you don't like the cleanliness of the restaurant, leave. Leave. Why is that so hard? Just don't go there again. My cats wanted to eat my salad that I had just made. I got chicken in it. My chicken! No, don't have your cats eat your chicken. It's your chicken. You made the chicken. You murdered the chicken, cooked the chicken, plucked the chicken's hair, defeathered it, and you had a num-num chicken.
Reminded me of the good old days where basically every other video uploaded by every other YouTuber was a video about a Karen. Does anybody else remember that? It was like 3 months after COVID restrictions were lifted. Everybody hated everybody for some reason. People were finally going back out into public. Nobody had seen the sun in months, and they were losing their minds in the most mundane of places.
Karens were a thing back in the early 2020. That's actually true. Big popular thing. Oh, that's cute, Blackberry.
Had people walking into post offices, leaving in handcuffs. It was a bad time, but it produced a lot of good content, and that's what this video reminds me of. So, here we are. With that being said, let's not waste any more time because this one is a bit of a headache. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
That was a very long intro. It's all like a whole minute and 30 seconds, like a whole minute and 30 seconds intro. Is it? Was it a whole minute and like? Man, that was a very long intro. It's close to it. Okay, did she leave?
Yeah, now you see the real me.
What the fuck, man, lady? Okay, here's the thing. Listen, I hate people like this. If you're going to just like say that and be like, now you're fucking rude and I'm gonna leave. Okay, just fucking leave. You don't need to point out all this extra shit that you're just starting to make up. Also, you're putting unreal expectations on the workers trying to keep the restaurant perfectly clean. There's a point where no one can keep it perfectly clean. Now, there's a certain cleanliness involved, but yes, but like, squeaky clean? Have you worked in a fucking restaurant, lady? No.
Look at this place. It's dirty. It's dirty.
Okay, so look, don't.
Hi, Raymond. Welcome to the stream. Did I say hi to you, Robert? I think I did. Hi, Robert. Max, hi. Amy! Did I miss you, Amy? Oz. Oh no, I missed all these people. Oh no, I feel bad. Unless these are early people.
Don't get me wrong, I can understand being like internally upset that a restaurant is sort of dirty. Nothing in this video indicates that anything is actually dirty, but you know, we don't have to address that. But also at the same time,
There might be like a little like straw thing like there, or like paper or something minuscule that does not affect the code of the restaurants in terms of the Food and Safety Administration, and like just some little stuff. As long as there's no rodents in their restaurant, y'all should be fine.
if I find myself inside of a fast food restaurant, the least of my concerns is the cleanliness of the wall that's furthest away from the kitchen.
See, that's another point. If it's the furthest away from the kitchen, then it's the least important part of the entire restaurant that is regarding to the sanitary of the food, which the people care about. And you're there to eat. Okay, and it's a fast food restaurant. Most people don't even bother staying inside the fast food restaurant in the first place. They literally order and leave. Why the f do you care about the cleanliness of a fast food restaurant?
I mean, she pointed right next to the door. What do you expect?
And all I said, no, because now you're accusing me of something I never did. Now I'm upset. Now I'm upset that someone told me I'm harassing them. So what am I going to do? You're going to take a picture of me? That makes it better?
Why are you yelling, lady? Don't yell in the camera. You're not helping your case, lady. Look at your face. You're all fucking blushed up like you're about to kiss a guy or another girl, or flustered? Flustered? Flustered is a terrible word for you. You just like look crazy. You need to go to a mental hospital.
So she can harass me? No, she just accused me of something. You accused me of a lie. A lie. Show me the
Ma'am, yeah, you hear what she said? Ma'am, please leave this fucking restaurant before we call the cops. And that's what I would do at that point.
cameras that I ever harassed anybody. You have no fucking clue.
So, while it's true that we have no footage of what happened right before this guy started filming this, maybe this isn't fair.
I'm gonna believe the restaurant staff. The restaurant staff in most restaurants rarely are in the wrong. There are cases where the restaurant staff's in the wrong, but Man, that's rare. That's super rare.
But based off what I'm watching now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that it's not much of a stretch for me to believe that this lady might have been harassing somebody.
You're a fucking liar. Call the police and show them what? That you just told me you won't serve me because someone else said something that never happened. So you guys are all creating lies that you know I
Yep, time to leave. Time to leave before
never harassed.
lady.
Never. I said that it's rude that the people who close don't ever clean properly for the people who open. I said
The people who close the restaurant don't ever clean properly for people that open the restaurant. There's some truth to that, but you also have to put in perspective. If we're talking about the restaurant staff, I've been working in the restaurant business for over 3 years, right? And like, if we're talking about the openers and closers of the restaurant, and the closers, especially on the weekends, trying to do everything properly for the openers to actually be able to like not worry about the mess that the closers did, good fucking luck. Especially when you're limited in staff. Until you work in a restaurant, lady, which I know for the fact you most likely haven't, so you're just talking shit out of your mouth. Until you work in a restaurant where you do day shifts and night shifts, we need you to like maybe shut the hell up. I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. Hi Vox, welcome to the stream. She's bitching about the openers and closers of the restaurant staff that don't properly do the cleaning for the opening, the people that work at the restaurant that open the restaurant up. And if you're short-staffed, that's what's going to happen. And guess whose fault is that is? Not the managers, not the general managers, right? It's never the general manager's fault. Stop blaming the general managers of the restaurants. It's the district managers and the higher ups of the restaurants that tell that the general managers, they can only have X amount of hours and X amount of workers on this day, this day, this day. So if you want to put the blame it on the district managers and the higher ups.
you guys should look out for yourself as a team. That I'm a manager, a restaurant owner, and I know
You're a restaurant owner. Okay, well, you clearly are very, very bad at this. Just because you're a restaurant owner doesn't mean anything. How big of a restaurant do you own?
how it works. No, at 5 o'clock in the morning when I come in here.
You come in at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock. The only restaurants that I know that open at 5 o'clock are breakfast restaurants or restaurants that are 5-star and up to make sure that everything is squeaky clean. Do you own a 5-star restaurant, lady? Do you? What's your restaurant? I would love to know your restaurant, and I can look up the reviews on the public health department in terms of the cleanliness and the specs that you get rated on the overall restaurant based off the health department. That's public data. See the stuff that I know? Public data in terms of looking that stuff up? If you know it, you can look it up. Welcome to the stream, Vox.
This restaurant should be
That's a
God damn it, lady. Another thing I want to point out is when we're talking about an individual restaurant by restaurant, restaurant basis, you don't know the individual staff leveling. You don't know the work hours that they're doing. You also don't know the general manager's position that they're in or the higher ups that they're in. So saying the restaurant needs to be clean when you don't know any of the data to say why the restaurant may not be as clean as it is kind of dumb.
bright 5 a.m. out there, but it's kind of funny because even though we don't know what happened before this video, it had to have been something pretty egregious, right? Because if you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know that there's almost nothing that you want to complain about more than how the closers left the restaurant for the openers. When I used to work in restaurants, if somebody came up to me and was like, damn, the closers really fucked you guys over last night, huh? Instead of just blaming it on the people who were working then, I probably would have gave them a hug. So
Yeah, see? August the Duck knows what he's talking about. Thank God.
for this to have turned into an argument with a group of people working in a restaurant setting, she had to have come in really fucking hot.
This place should look nice because the people who close clothes, their job is to look out, right? So why? Why would you do that? No, you're fucking rude now. No, you're not. Prove it. Prove that I did anything. Prove anything. You said you never cleaned. I said that's crazy. They said they never cleaned here. I don't work here at all.
Yeah, exactly. You don't work here, so why are you bitching up to the restaurant staff about what they should or shouldn't be doing? That's not your job.
And I have the right to say something.
No, not about like what the restaurant staff do. No, you don't, ma'am. The only people that have the right to say are the people that work there. I can't say anything about what they do or don't do properly. That's not my job. I don't work there. I can say about my restaurant because I work there and I experience it day and night time, and like I'm allowed to because I work there. Bites Karen Tango's like a complete menace. Yes, bites.
Right to tell me that they don't want to. But to tell someone they're lying and they're harassing people when it never happened, I'm gonna stand up for my fucking truth.
Can I say something crazy? I'm gonna. I think she's starting to win me over. I'm gonna need to see an instant replay. I need to see whether or not she was actually harassing somebody before I make any judgments.
When I go to restaurants that are a mess, I just swipe off the table and sit down and eat. Yeah, I know it's kind of messy. Sorry. Yeah, you can do that, but I mean, there's a certain level where it's acceptable mess, and there's a certain level where it's not acceptable mess. So we have a district manager who he's doing his job, right? I get he's doing his job, but like, there are certain things that we, as a restaurant staff, do not have control of. Because we can't clean that. It's physically impossible to clean it. That's not our job. So it's going to remain a mess until we have the people that come in and actually clean it do their job. So stuff like that, that's like impossible and it's not part of the staff's job to just clean it themselves. You get deducted for that, and apparently that has an impact. Stuff like that you gotta consider. Sweeping, keeping the tables nice and clean, making sure you pick up the trash. That's normal restaurant stuff that you should be doing every single day. So,
Like, obviously she's losing her shit in a Starbucks, which is
yeah, this is this is a Karen. Straight up a Karen.
never a good sign. It's going to be really hard for me to take your side and tell you that you're in the right in that situation. Notice how nobody else is yelling. But at the same time, like, what she's saying, what's actually coming out of her mouth is, like, pretty level-headed. So it makes me wonder what's actually going on here.
Oh, the white woman, you're crazy. Right, but what proof do you have that I never harassed anybody by saying that this place should be clean?
That's a good thing, Vox. That's a really good thing.
You guys are so disgusting that you think it's not okay for a white woman to say.
But I thought she was gonna start rapping there. Oh my gosh, doing a whole rap diss track on how disgusting this restaurant was. Oh my god. She raised her arms and like, you guys are so disgusting, and let it, I thought she was gonna rap at first place.
It should be clean in here. You know what they told me?
God.
They said, we don't sweep, we don't clean. That's okay, I'll just go out. Oh, you guys are crazy.
Okay, she lost me after she pulled out the white victim card. As if white women aren't somehow the people who can get away with acting the craziest in public. No, you cracked the case. It's definitely because you're a white woman that people are looking at you funny because you're screaming in a Starbucks.
You guys are crazy.
I make jokes about my friend and he's okay with it. And I was like, so we had a customer today. It was like so he was working on an order, right, at the restaurant, and the waitress was like, yo, the customer just walked out. And I was like, it's because of how he looks, right? And he was like, yeah, it's totally because of how I look. Totally. I'm glad we're cool with that. He and I make jokes like that. It's actually pretty funny. It's more funny than you realize. We make gay jokes. We make other jokes that we shouldn't be making jokes about. But hey, you gotta pass time by. What else you can do? Just stay quiet, be mute for the entire shift of your work. Kind of boring. It's 1:49 right now. Shun the Karen. Okay, I will shun the Karen. Wait, I got you. Wait, can I just have like... I got you. Is that shunning enough? Is that what you wanted? Because that's what they get. Is that good enough? Is that good? Did I shun the Karen? Could say it. Is that good? Is that what you wanted? Did I do good? Do I get head pats? Oh! I moved my thing. Okay, we're back. Glad.
You know what? Your manager just caused this scenario. She didn't need to cause that. She would let me get my coffee and go. I didn't say.
Yeah! Get doggy treats! Well, treats in general. Bone. Yay! Head bat time! My head is out. Wiggly ears, wiggly ears, wiggly ears. Do the wiggle, wiggle, waggle.
I didn't do anything before. Nothing ever happened.
Okie dokie, so I'm gonna go ahead and formally retract my whole "the things she's saying are relatively level-headed" statement. Now she's not even making sense. Now she didn't even say anything to anybody, and they like telepathically read her mind that she was thinking the place was dirty. I mean, like, what is she talking about?
Oh, you picked up your dog yesterday. Oh, nice. From where?
Also, all of this really begs the question as to why she keeps coming back. She says this happens every time she comes into the place, so just stop going. Like,
Yes, exactly. So we have this other customer, and I've been working in for a very long time at the restaurant. We have this one customer that, like, it consists. I don't think they come back now. I think they've been banned from the restaurant. It's gone that bad. So we have this one customer that consistently comes back and returns the wings, saying they are not the wings that they ordered, even though there's a ticket on the wings themselves and it literally shows what the customer ordered, but the customer insists that they did not order. The worst part, they ordered online, so they can't really bullshit that order when they order it online. I think they've been banned from a restaurant because they've been deemed like a nuisance or a Karen or some bullshit like that. And it's like, finally! And then we have this other customer at the restaurant that always like orders this weird 2-piece chicken grilled, and no, fried, and then like a weird salad with a weird combination. It's like super weird. But that one's not that bad.
sure, nobody likes a dirty restaurant, but if you keep going back to a restaurant you know is dirty, kind of on you. What are you expecting?
So this is how people look crazy when other people don't want to listen to a customer who said, hey, you know, your place is really dirty. You might want to have the people who go and close the shop.
So no, lady. Customer complaints happen a lot more than you realize at restaurants, and like you can only listen but to so much before we don't give a shit. That's the reality.
Take care of the people who work. I said you guys should look out for yourselves. What, 2 times? They're just offended that I spoke truth, that the place is dirty, and that the other people who work here need to have a good, loyal, dependable workforce that looks out for each other.
As a person who makes YouTube videos for a living, the opportunities to say something like this present themselves very rarely, but
Yeah, exactly, folks. Just leave the restaurant. Everyone just tell her to leave the restaurant at this point.
I wish I had a life as carefree as this woman. Like, seriously, for you to care this much about there being some dirt on a Starbucks floor, you've really just got to have nothing else going on. And I think that's a fair thing to say. To allow something so small and so meaningless to derail your morning like this, you just can't have that much going on for the rest of your day.
Instead, they want to attack customers and still keep the place dirty. That's the
Oh, I thought she was gonna leave there for a second. Never mind. Oh my gosh, he got a whole minute and 30 seconds, lady. A whole minute and 30 seconds before you guys shut the hell up.
Where the genocide money is coming from. So you all are fucking taking part in the genocide of fucking children in fucking Palestine.
What the fuck? What is this whole thing about the Palestinians and the children? Oh, I'm so lost in this whole argument. I missed
You
something.
know what? Why are you getting so close to me? You're fucking nuts.
What?
You are a power tripper. I see that. You decided out of everybody you were going to take charge. That's not really smart. You shouldn't do shit like that.
Oh, is she leaving? Oh, she's fucking leaving. Yeah, IRL failed rage bait. Really, really fucked up on that rage bait. Really, really bad.
What? Excuse me, ma'am. Were you not trying to buy a coffee? Is that not the entire reason you're in this Starbucks? You say you come to this Starbucks
Is someone just calling 911? Is that why they're on the phone?
every day, and now you want to get morally superior about it?
Yes, you may fox bark at Karen. Do the yappy. Do the yappy, please. Please yap at the Karen. Oh, I'll go back so you can bark at the Karen. Go ahead. Go ahead, bark at the Karen, please. Just do the yappy. Let me know when you've done the yappy. I have nothing else better to do. Okay.
And you're in this Starbucks.
Thank
You say
you.
you come to this Starbucks every day, and now you want to get morally superior about it? You are quite literally contributing just as much as everybody that you're trying to make a stance.
He yaps like the German Shepherd. Good job. Good job. No, so one of the weirdest customers I've ever we had. I didn't meet the customer, but like this was what, a year and a half ago. I kid you not. And the waitress comes up in front of the restaurant where we like hand the food out, and she's like, "Guys, this lady literally does the whole monkey talk." And she's like, "Ooh, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So she thinks she's a fucking monkey, and the waitress is like, "Yes, bro." And I was like, "Did you ask her if she wanted a banana?" She's like, "No." Okay, I was like, "You should go back there next time she does the to talk to you. I kid you not, just hand her a banana. She'll love you for the rest of your life." It was so weird. I've never had a customer. The waitress tell me that a customer does the whole monkey talk to her. Every time the waitress like asks her for an order, she's like or something like that. It's hysterical. God. It's like me barking at people in public. It's fun, by the way. Dances, what? Does a celebrity dance with to celebrate care leaving? Nice. Hi guys, it's me. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you can join. Also, guys, thank you so much for the likes. Always appreciated.
On right now. How could you possibly think saying that makes any sense for you in this moment? Well, guys, what do you think? Personally, I would pay money.
Well, we have like another video that's like almost 20 minutes, so probably at least like 40 minutes. Like at least for a whole good hour, like 40 minutes.
Good money to see like the 5 or 10 minutes that led up to this, because it's either going to tell the world's most predictable story or it's going to be the biggest plot twist of all time. In my experience, however.
Why? Are you enjoying the stream? Do you hate my streams? Are you having fun? Oh no, did I do something wrong as a doggy? Oh no, I did something wrong! I'm joking. We'll continue the stream. We continue. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's your response. Hey, I'm going to be up until 2 a.m. Yay. That response works just as well for me.
You know, looking at a lot of these videos over the years, generally, not always, but generally, the person who's willing to scream at every single person inside of an establishment while everybody else is calm tends to be in the wrong. Not a hard rule, though. Maybe this is the exception. We'll never know. So, yeah.
So I'm allowed to comment very heavily on this video just because I've been in the restaurant industry for like over 4 years. I've worked at restaurant jobs for 4 years. So I'm allowed to say stuff like this because I have a high input on this. When you've been in the restaurant job for 4+ years, yeah. Moving on to the second one, the last one. Did he deserve it? This is about the person that got offed. You know, Kurt, whatever his last name is. The vegan teacher is very. I watched like the first 30 seconds of this. I'll be honest. Don't shun me for that. But man, she's very brutal, and I'm assuming she doesn't focus on his being offed part. Let's watch this. I don't have a job and never have. You will eventually, one of these days. Oh, what?
By
Wait.
what moral framework do you say it is immoral to eat the meat of something that is not human?
Something, Charlie? Something or someone? Animals are someone. They're not.
Oh, we're starting off here. Oh no. She's tried hating on Ryan Trahan. Who's Ryan Trahan? Who's Ryan Trahan? I need to know.
Not objects.
Especially if we get nutrients and we human beings are able to flourish.
Animals don't belong to us, Charlie.
I mean, we have dogs. Lady, you have a fucking dog. What, you gonna just are you gonna ever release your dog into the wild and be like, bye doggy, I'll never see you again, get out of my life, bye, you don't belong to me? Is that is that where we can go? Just release all our animals that we have? And technically speaking, majority of the time when we buy animals, we legally own them. So yes, they legally belong to us, at least in court definition.
What right do you have to take away their lives when they want?
They do have conscience, but they don't have as high of a conscience as humans. We also have a more diverse in terms of, we're more diverse in what we do in life, and our value in life is far, far greater. And we make animals' lives a little bit easier, technically. Ish.
To live.
Well, I would say, why are you against animal cruelty?
Well, first of all, no one wants to see something suffer unnecessarily.
That's exactly right, Charlie. Nobody wants to see them suffer unnecessarily, and that's why you should be vegan.
There's many factors of animal suffering that don't involve human cruelty. Just saying. Nature. Nature will kill animals. Animals killing animals. There you go. Great example. We didn't have anything to do with that. So I'm assuming what he means is by human hands.
You can eat any other things at the store. There's no reason to hurt somebody, and animals are somebody.
By what moral framework do you say it is immoral to eat the meat of something that is not human?
By your own moral framework, Charlie. You believe in the Bible? It says thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not steal.
It never says what we can and can't kill in the Bible. I'm sorry. Not to my knowledge. And remember in the Last Supper, Jesus ate meat. You remember that, vegan teacher? You know, did you read in the Bible also that they eat meat in the Bible? I'm pretty sure it says meat or animals. So clearly the Bible is hypocritical of itself, and it's specifying thou shalt not kill humans. So misinterpretation of the Bible.
And every time you are eating animals, you are stealing their lives, their dignity, their freedom, and their family members.
And that's why majority of humans believe that the animal's life value, or their worthiness, is less valuable than for humans, because we accomplish more in life than what an animal would accomplish in our lifetime, if animals were able to live our lifetime. So
Be fucking vegan.
this is a terrible video, song. Just terrible. Just gonna skip this.
Katie, after these.
Terrible.
Hey, Miss Katie. After the assassination of Charlie Kirk, a lot of people have questions. Here are some of them. Do you think Charlie Kirk...
I watched a short vegan ate steak for her first time, and bro, she said what I had been doing, said what I been doing all this time, and beef. Chicken is my favorite meat, and beef. Yeah, I love steak, which is also beef, by the way. Steak is beef. Beef is just a cow. That's all it is. Steak is more like the nicer part of the cow, so. But, yeah.
was racist?
Do I think that Charlie Kirk was racist?
When the Bible says not to kill or steal, that means don't kill people unless in a war. Really? Unless we're in war, we can't. Huh. And don't steal from other people. Yeah, exactly. It's specifically referring to people. You know why? Do you know why the Bible specifically only refers to the Ten Commandments for people? Because it was invented for the people. No one else. Nothing else. It was invented for the people. This is why the Bible's 10 Commandments are for the people when it was written. Not animals, not plants, not atoms, not whatever else you want to think the Bible is meant for. It's for the people only.
That's a very good question. Kind of. I mean, he did say that if he sees a black pilot, that he hopes that that pilot is qualified. On the other hand, we have to look at the context. He later tried to defend or clarify that, saying he doesn't believe black people are inherently unqualified, and that his concern came because of DEI policies, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which he believes may lower standards.
I eat my blood sometimes. Does that count? That's fine.
I mean, I kind of get it. If one day we say that we need to have just as many firefighters that are female as male, I would worry a little bit too. Honestly, if somebody was coming into a building to save me and had to pick me up in the middle of the flames and I was unconscious, I would rather that it was a 250-pound man than a...
So, this is not the issue. And it's easy to, prove that this person is worthy in terms of they can do the job. They have to go through certain standards in order to do a certain amount of work that is fit for their job qualification. If they can't do that work for their job qualification, then don't hire them. Or modify their job qualifications so that they don't necessarily need that part of job to complete the work. Hire someone else that can actually qualify that for that work. Problem solved. That's why we have different job levels in existence for one job. I don't want to be a manager. Could I be a manager? Yes. I'm qualified to be a manager, but do I want to? No. I just want to be a cook because I don't want to deal with people. People are evil. So that's my solution.
105-pound woman like myself, you know? So I don't necessarily...
We can use her own words against her. She took something from the Bible out of context, yet she says to look at the context. Yeah. A lot of times when we're looking at biblical text and referring it to our own daily ideologies, we tend to take it majority out of context. Majority of the time it'll be out of context. If you're looking at biblical text and you're referencing to something else, make sure it's within the context of what text you're looking at and not just making it up as you go. I hate people that do that because now you're just lying to everyone about what the text actually said or didn't say. Shame on you.
Necessarily think that he was racist because of that, but I do think he was racist because of other things. He was racist towards the animals, that's for sure.
Oh
Charlie
my God.
Kirk was morally inconsistent. He ate animals. He paid people to rape them, to torture them, to sexually assault them, force them to be pregnant.
Okay, literally the same words you're reusing. Okay.
Split up families. Yeah, in that regard, he was an extreme racist towards animals. Just because animals look different, one species...
When did he... Hold up. So, hold up. No. No. Wow. Charlie Kirk. September 10th, right? So this was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, right? So, what was it? 1, 2. What? Wow, you piece of shit made this on like. Wow, September 16th. 6 days after his death, she made this video where she attacked a dead guy for his ideologies. You thought this would get views. I'm sorry, lady, to tell you, if you're trying to look for views on this, you failed miserably. Also, your like ratio is shit. Never been good. I don't know if she was doing this for the views or clicks or whatever she was thinking about doing this, but like, yes, Charles Kirk is famous, but yeah, she's just trying to do this for the clicks. That's it. That's it. That's terrible. 6 days after he died, you made a shit video post on his eating habits. You could have made any other content about him, but you chose to shitpost on him regarding to what he did and ate. What?
To another doesn't mean that we have a right to hurt them. It's not okay to just be nice to cats and just be nice to dogs and then mutilate all the other animals.
I'm sorry, but technically and legally speaking, he didn't do the mutilation. What did he do to killing?
It's quite frankly disgusting and not very Christian-like.
Okay. Christianities eat animals all the time. Sorry to tell you, lady. What is this? Oh. Great. It's when she went vegan.
Is there anything you hate about Charlie Kirk?
Is there anything that I hate about Charlie Kirk? Yeah. I hate the fact that he's morally inconsistent and that he points at the Bible to find reasons to do bad things. It clearly says in the Bible, in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt. Isn't it thou shalt? But thou. What?
It clearly says in the Bible, in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not.
She definitely says shout. Everyone, she said shout. She can't even rephrase the Bible verse correctly. Thou shall. There's no T. There's no fucking T. If you want me to break down every little piece of all the stuff that you say stupid, we're gonna go for it. Like, okay, we're gonna start breaking down every little piece of your fucked up saying.
Steal. Thou shalt not.
Dude, she said shout again. The second time she said shout. Okay, 2 times she said shout.
Kill. That means be vegan at every meal.
The Christians weren't vegan, Lamb. Sorry.
Pretty simple.
Good things come to those who are vegan. No, that's false. There's no facts behind it. You know what? You know what? There's facts behind it. Good things come to Likey when he's a good boy. And you know what's always happened? Good stuff. Ever since I've been coming Liking Rock, good stuff has happened. I feel so happy being a Likey. Bork. That's a fact. And I can prove it. Because I have you guys.
Are you happy that Charlie Kirk is dead?
Am I happy that Charlie Kirk is dead?
But I hope you answer this question correctly. I really do. I have no idea what she's going to say. I really don't.
No.
Okay, I'm glad she said no.
Listen, honestly, I don't think he's innocent. I think what he did was horrible. Treating animals.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's back to animals. I thought she was going to change the topic. Oh, shit, bro.
The way that he did. By eating them, by wearing their skin, and by encouraging Christian audience to do the same.
You're not even fucking Christian, lady. Why are you wearing a cross? When you're clearly not Christian yourself. Oh my god.
Is deplorable.
So now you change your religion like you change your underpants. So now you're a Christian because why? Oh, she probably changed her underpants. That's why. That's why she's Christian. That's because she changed her pants today. She's like, I'm gonna be Christian today.
But should he be murdered because of this? Should he be assassinated for speaking his mind? No, he should not. He should be alive. And he should have become vegan.
If your God wants you to be cruel to animals, maybe it's time to get a new God. There you go. There you go. And guess what? Our God wants us to be cruel to animals, so don't be Christian. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't take that out of context, please. I'm gonna get attacked for that. No, God has nothing to do with what you eat. God can't choose what you eat or you don't eat. We don't live in a, utopia or matrix.
Liked is that I heard him say to his daughter when she wanted a doll, "Did you earn that? Did you earn that?" In other words, we're not just automatically deserving of things. We should be working towards them. And I think that this is a good work ethic.
Yeah, she very much is Blackberry. She's falsifying what the Bible said and saying false things about Jesus and what's actually in the Bible. It was a really good movie.
To have, and it reminds me too not to take everything that I have for granted. So I did like that one thing.
Why did you do that video skit about Charlie Kirk with the TikTok filter, with the huge lips and the eyelashes?
Okay, so the reason that I did that video is because I am an artist and I was expressing a point of view from somebody else's point of view. That character is not me. She has big lips and she has fake eyelashes and she absolutely loved Charlie, and she was making the point that he should not have been assassinated, and she was making the point that she's going to be very sad and miss him.
Okay, but why would you put that in context as if it was you just modifying it to be in your... Like, clearly, there's some aspect of you that cared about him. That's why you made that character. Like, when people make art in general, majority of times when they make art, there's some association that is linked to that art that is associated with what they feel that day, what they're going through, or whatever the case may be. But there's always been some sort of a link to the art that lies within that person that makes the art itself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it. You may not know it, but there's a reason that you do the art that you do. It's very emotional when art is made, not just random. It may be random at the time, but you'd be like, oh yeah, years later I did this because of this.
And she also used this necklace.
Who is this Charlie person? The Charlie Kirk person got assassinated at a college rally thing and over a gun policy thing, and it was just, yeah, it just was terrible. So
To talk about how he should be vegan, and she thanked him for giving her this tofu necklace.
what the fuck? Tofu necklace? Ew.
Because she's a crazy character that I invented. And that's why. Did I answer your question okay?
No, you didn't. Because it's still representative of you, because it's regarding to giving you a tofu necklace, which is you're vegan, which is what you like, and you like tofu. So vegans don't steal from animals. The wool, the fur, the feather, skin, honey, wings, freedom, dignity, families, home, milk, eggs, flesh, baby lives. Can we add like food color dye that goes into making clothes? Because that's bugs, and if you kill bugs and use the coloring of the dye, that's not vegan. So you may want to look into what your clothes are made out of using the actual color of the clothes. So boom.
Kirk being a Christian. What do you think about Charlie Kirk being a Christian?
Nothing wrong with it.
Charlie Kirk, a Christian? If he's a Christian, I must be a mermaid.
You are a mermaid. You're wearing blue.
I mean, think about it. How would Jesus
Definitely not. The color is definitely not furry. 100% agree with you. I've never had tofu. I don't think I would eat tofu, but like,
kill an animal, like a cow or a pig? Would he just walk up to these innocent animals with a knife and just stab them in the throat? There's no way. There's no way that Jesus would have ever hurt an animal.
Okay. Are we relating to Charlie Kirk actually ever doing this once in his life? No. 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 Sorry, lady.
Jesus would have encouraged everyone to be vegan, and he would have told them to do so right away. Look at this card here. Look at these animals here. Would Jesus ever want anyone to kill a horse or a donkey or a chicken, a cow?
In certain countries, they would. Because guess what? It's food in the end, and food is yummy, and they need food. So there you go.
A sheep?
Yes.
A cat?
Yes, in Japan and in a lot of other places.
Dog? A duck?
Yes, I have eaten duck before.
A pig?
Yes, I'm not a big pork person, but there is a Ukrainian pork recipe that I'm making. That'll be coming out shortly. Next week, maybe, I'll do pork. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Of course not. Jesus would have had compassion in his
No, Jesus is far from compassion when it comes to animals.
heart, and he wouldn't even hurt fish because
He would hurt fish. He literally in the Bible he made fish appear more often. I forget what the story is, but there's like fishermen and they couldn't catch a single fish, and basically he made it so they caught fishes more often. And like yeah, he literally gave the men more fish. So yeah, and yeah, he ate fish. The Last Supper, he ate a whole bunch of meat. It's primarily meat.
they're sentient, and he's a kind person, or supposedly he was. I mean, let's be honest. Jesus would not really be very proud of Charlie Kirk, but he would be proud of vegans. You were born vegan. You never wanted to hurt them.
Oh my god, we're skipping this boring.
Had been out of the closet. How would the world have been different if Charlie Kirk had been an out of the closet vegan?
Wouldn't have been. Nothing would have changed. Sorry, just giving you facts.
How would the world have been different if Charlie Kirk had been an
Why would you repeat the statement that was just said? I don't get that. Just get on to the question itself.
out of the closet vegan? That's an amazing question. And the answer is that the world would be completely different.
What? No, it wouldn't. People, big people in the world have changed from going meat to vegan many times, and they're still a dick in the end. Okay? Going vegan doesn't make you less of a dick. Sorry.
I mean,
It's not a gay joke either. Don't take it as a gay joke.
think about it. If he had said that at every event they could only sell vegan hot dogs or have healthy vegan foods without any cruelty or exploitation towards the animals, that
Block Fox mascot head design and plushie toys. What a name! That's the longest YouTube channel name I've ever read before. Hi, welcome to the stream. Lady needs to eat more of meat. She's a toothpick. Yeah, I agree. She's definitely a toothpick. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream, Fox mascot. Welcome to the stream.
would have made an amazing difference. If he had spoken when he was quoting the Bible and said those passages that are so important, thou shalt not kill, and thou shalt
Humans! Thou shalt not kill humans! In the Amazon forest, Ashley, the Amazonians, I forget what they're called, but they kill humans. They're cannibals. I forget what the tribe is called, but they eat humans. So don't go to that place. They'll kill you. I'm not joking. It's a whole thing.
not steal. And he drove home the point that all good people should be striving to be as vegan as possible. it would have been amazing. I would need to think a little bit more about that question, but
Then why the fuck did you bother answering it in the first place? Just be like, I need to think more about the question. Or edit out to the point where you already know the question, then edit that in where you can just respond to the question honestly instead of you have to make it up on the spot. Why is that so hard? Like what? I do that all the time.
I know that literally millions of people right now would be vegan if he had done that.
No, millions of people would not have gotten vegan. I'm sorry, lady.
I think everyone who claims to be a Christian should be an out of the closet vegan. Everyone should say the truth, which is that Jesus could never have hurt an animal. It's not possible. I don't know what the story is about the fish, but I don't really believe it's true.
Fish are sentient beings. They feel pain, have a right to live.
If he is honestly the kindest person that ever walked
No one said fish weren't sentient beings. What? They feel pain.
this earth, the most compassionate and benevolent, then he would have been vegan. It's certain.
You can't say certain because certain means 100% chance. Moving on. Oh my god. Why do you show videos that I can get my channel banned? What the fuck is wrong with you? You psychopath lady. I'm just trying to fucking watch your content without getting my channel like demonetized or damaged. Just stop.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think he was a jerk per se. I think he just had a lot of blind spots.
Yeah, there we go. That's the story. Not to mention the feeding of the 5,000 with the fish and the loaves of bread. Yes, he did that. I forgot about that. There's a story about that.
Charlie told people that veganism was weakness control or a leftist scam. The truth is that veganism is freedom.
Wait, what? Weakness control or leftist a scam? What the fuck does that even mean?
Freedom for dolphins to swim in the ocean instead of tanks. Freedom for pigs to play in the grass.
I like the dolphins. They go floppy flop. Floppy like my ears. Does that make me a dolphin? Oh my god! I'm a dog dolphin. Because I have floppy ears. Wait, dolphins don't have ears. Never mind. I take everything back. Just look at my floppy ears. Just focus on my ears. What a flop.
Instead of dying in gas chambers, freedom for elephants to walk with their families instead of being chained. When he mocked veganism, he mocked freedom.
He didn't mock freedom. Well, no. Veganism is just an ideology, and freedom is also just different. Stop comparing veganism to freedom, bro. They're not the same. They're two different concepts.
It's strange because it's like he had some sort of a blind spot. I mean, he was definitely vegan phobic. He wasn't especially kind to vegans or helpful towards the cause of saving the innocent animals.
In the Old Testament, God gave his people meat when they were complaining about the bread he gave them. He did? Ooh, interesting. Huh. Wow. Nice. Just to make the people happy. He gave them meat. He made them all gay. Congratulations. Every one of you people that are dead in the Old Testament, you were gay. Congratulations. He does support the gays. You just can't read the Old Testament, guys. Oh god, sorry. Don't take that out of context. I'm gonna get attacked one of these days for saying that.
That they were trying to save. I heard that this is
No one heard any songs. We're skipping songs. Oh my god. How long is the song? Oh my god. God. There we go.
From a nursing perspective, do you think Charlie Kirk felt any pain when he died?
Yes! Why would you say... What?
No, Charlie Kirk did
No. He was still...
not feel any pain. The hit with the bullet was instant. It went straight into his neck, and he didn't feel anything.
Okay, just because... I'm sorry. Like, you're a nurse, right? Oh my god, that's so stupid. No, that's not how it works. Just because it hits your neck instantly doesn't necessarily mean that you don't feel pain. You're a fucking nurse lady. Stop telling people lies. So, there's a level of awareness, however long that may be, no matter where you get hit, even if that's less than a second, you can still feel the pain. Unless it's a certain, like, instant death. Like, if you go kablooey, then and it's your head, then no, you won't feel pain. But if it hits your neck, it takes several seconds for you to bleed out, to several minutes for you to die. In those several minutes to seconds, however long it takes for the aorta to actually completely bleed out, I think it's like 30 plus, less, like 30 seconds or something. You're still technically aware of pain. Now, you may not be technically in that pain moment because you're technically in what we call a shock state, where your entire body is shutting down really quickly and it's basically panicking, so you're not aware that you're in pain, but technically you are in pain. It's just not that level of pain. It's like if you hit your hand with a hammer, you know, versus if you ram your bike into a pole. You're aware for a few. You're not aware for a few seconds, but after that, you're aware. So I'm sure he felt pain, just not the same level of pain as we would feel from different accidents. So yes, he felt pain.
He was immediately unconscious.
Was he? Was he immediately unconscious?
But what's striking here is the contrast. He escaped pain and death while he spent his life excusing the endless pain of animals.
I would have to look at the first. I don't think he was immediately unconscious. If he was unconscious, then in that case it would be no. Because once you're unconscious, then technically your nervous system is not feeling pain.
Cows, pigs, chickens, horses, camels, dolphins, and elephants whose throats were cut. And
God even said to one of the disciples to kill any animals. So boom, the Bible encourages eating them. It actually does. But does heart? Wait, what? What? What, Fox? But does heart like you? Well, I'm confused. I'm so confused. Like you confused. I have a small brain. I don't understand what this said.
Bodies torn apart while they were fully conscious.
Oh my god. Luna, we can't play the song to get copyrighted.
Should he get the death penalty? What do you think should happen to the shooter? Should he get the death penalty?
Yes, I actually personally think the shooter should get the death penalty personally, just because the issue with going on right now with prisons is that we're holding prisoners too long and we're putting ourselves in more financial, like, burden for the country. And the more prisoners that we hold on, the more costly it costs to run those prisoners, and it increases the taxes for the consumers, which is bad. So you either let the prisoners go or you do something different where they inherently have to die. There you go. Those are the solutions. I'm very blunt about this. So you either let them go, because what's also going on is we have too many people in jail, and it's overcrowding the jail, and it's becoming now more inhumane and unethical to put people in jail. So yeah, that's another issue that we gotta look at. Prison is really bad because now it's just not 1 or 2 people, it's like 3 or 4 people per cell in the 10 by 10, which is very small. And so it's unethical, legally unethical to put people in jail at this point in some places.
Should somebody get the death penalty who deliberately goes out and ends the life of somebody who is just sitting there and talking? Yes.
That's not the reason. Like, you need a better reason like what I just gave. But that's not a reason.
Why should a killer be allowed to have any future moments of joy when they were all taken away from somebody who was just sitting in a chair and having a dialogue, having a discussion, trying to have an exchange of ideas? Anybody who deliberately takes the life of somebody.
He didn't deliberately do it, lady. Stop So this is another thing with the vegan teacher. She assumes by the use of the word deliberately, she's saying that he physically went out there, murdered the animal himself, and ate it. He didn't do that. So stop using words. As an English teacher, lady, you should know certain words have certain meanings. So use the right fucking word in the first place before you start just saying random words without thinking about it. Like it, some of the persons got locked up in... Some of the persons got locked up in sense... What? Meesked?
When they don't have to in self-defense, is evil and doesn't deserve to live. When it comes to the animals, we must treat them the same way that we treat children on this planet. They are as innocent. They do not have moral agency.
No, children have moral agency. We all have moral agency. It's just maybe not as developed.
They have a right to live. A cow is a cat, is a pig.
No, a cow is not a cat. No.
Is a chicken, is a dog, is a lamb.
What?
So when she uses that logical equivalence, this is what we call when comparing one thing to another. You can't just say a cow is a cat, is a dog, is a pig, is a horse, blah, 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 without stating a cow is an animal, like a cat, like a dog, like a pig. You can't just say a cow is a cat, is a dog, is a pig, because then the logical equivalence of what you're comparing makes no sense, because there's many ways of interpreting that. And that's a logical fallacy. Sorry, lady.
What are your thoughts on the videos where liberals are happy that Charlie Kirk was shot?
I love Night Moon. Hi, sorry I didn't come because I was so mad because I didn't have a Furry. I was told my mom and my dad to make one for me for my Halloween, right? And they said no. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. I love Moon. So sorry.
I can't understand it. I really don't understand why they were so joyful. Some of them just downright cruel. I mean, this is a dad. This is a guy who, even though I might not agree with so many things that he said, he still has a right to say them.
Clearly not by you.
It's normal to cry when we see animal abuse, and we need to speak out and we need to share their stories. That's why I am here on social media. And although Charlie never became vegan, I believe that if he had stayed alive long enough and had enough time to dialogue with us, that he would have
Oh, that sounds nice. I love Moon. Hi, Angel Furry. Welcome to the stream.
been. Because that's what Jesus would have wanted.
Do you think the people who mock Charlie Kirk's death deserve to die?
No, everybody has a right to their emotions. We don't.
Opinions, lady. Mocking isn't when the person said use the word mocking, it's not necessarily an emotional thing. It could just be someone just saying what they say or thinking or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be attached to emotion. So
Hurt people just because they're sad or angry or frustrated or joyful.
again, look up what the words mean before you actually start talking about them.
What do you think of Charlie Kirk? What do you think of Charlie Kirk speaking on college campuses?
Well, I think he had a right to speak wherever he wants. Freedom. Freedom of thought. Freedom of speech. Nobody should be censoring anybody. I mean, I would argue that there is a time and a place if you're trying
There
to
is.
speak to a crowd and there are other people who are yelling and screaming and disturbing the peace. That's not okay. But everybody has a right, for example, on their own channel to say whatever they want there. That's what I believe should be the way it is. Fortunately, it isn't.
Do you think the shooter was vegan?
Why does it... What the fuck, bro? I swear to God, I feel like they talked about these questions beforehand and then they just made up on the spot. This is straight up a Mach 2 interview where they just like talked about it together. And she's like, let's have you ask these questions. And he records himself asking these questions. Like, what the fuck, bro? Why does it matter if the shooter is vegan or not?
No, I don't think the shooter was vegan, but all good people should be striving to be vegan. And that's what Charlie Kirk should have been doing too. If anyone else would like to send me a question, just make sure your video is in landscape format and send it to me on Instagram.
Thank you for answering. Bye.
That bullshit. Straight bullshit. This is a whole setup interview, I bet you $100. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like, subscribe, hit the all bell notification, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all!